everyone, welcome to another Think on the Run. This week just going to focus on one topic, old VC models. You might have those. Typically they're models that have perhaps been around for 10 years, 8 years, 15 years, long time. And over that time there's been many modelers who have contributed to its maintenance, and the original people might have left, whatever. It's a little bit of a dark art to maintain them, and it's costly, and they can easily generate errors and etc, etc. So they're not really doing what we want them. I've had 2 cases recently of customers who are in that situation where they've had the models a long time, hard to maintain, all the knowledge is in the hands of very few people, etc. So one of those customers put 8 people through our VC Essentials training. That gave them a view of good modelling practices, and then they could look at their models and go, yep, this is the areas where we're not doing it as we should with good practice. So then you can have a really intelligent conversation about, well, what does that mean? Can we do something like brownfield the model, meaning adapt it and change it and fix it? Or is it more serious than that, and we should really greenfield the model, where we go, right, well, let's go back to fundamentals and start building up from scratch with all the good practices. And often it's the greenfield approach, you might have to bite the bullet on. So it's interesting. This run was like that. I sort of started on let's say at the very beginning of when the models were built, the path was wide. We could see around us. We knew how to put a change in. And then over time, all of a sudden you get into the wilderness, and I get into that in this run. And you're beating around, you're making wrong turns, you're making mistakes, you're falling over, whatever. And so the VC models go a bit that way. And so essentially, if you want to start thinking about going to some of the new technologies, whether it's AVC or even some third-party tool on top or whatever, you really need your foundations right. Our VC training that we have, I feel, does that. Get those basic things in place. It does that correctly. So it is worth doing that training to see what you perhaps should be doing, and then you can expand from there and look at, well, what do we need to do to get there? So that's probably the main takeaway today. So that's what the run triggered today, which is at Redhill. What was it called? Bald Reserve or whatever, a bit like my head. It's out of Melbourne, about 60k. It's in Redhill. So anyway, enough about all that. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.